and welcome back. This is going to be a companion piece to my last video where I talked about my rain gear a little bit and kind of went on a little hike. Obviously, if you've watched this one, you know that I fell partially because of the mud, but also because I didn't pack my pack correctly. So I'm gonna look at how I packed it for this and then try to repack it better so that doesn't happen again. So despite what it may look like, I did look up how I'm supposed to pack it, but I didn't do it correctly. So I just kind of had all of this stuff thrown in on top. I haven't made my other medical kit yet, so I just have this in here. And obviously all of this was just haphazardly thrown in here. This should have been out. That's my pillow. These are some gloves, threw in for weight, a cook kit. Here is my food bag. This was the issue. I do have food in here. So when I fell over, this was the top of the backpack. So right now it's sitting below this line. Before it was a little higher up here. My sleeping bag is taking up a lot of space in here. And so I just kind of shoved it down there so I wouldn't fall over again. I have it in this trash compactor bag. I'm wondering if they make taller ones because this one feels kind of short. There's a lot of space in between the top of this bag and the top of this bag. Let's pull this out. And then the very bottom I have my... And I had this on the bottom, it was extra dry clothes. And on the back, I just shows my tent, my sleeping pad, which I probably need to replace because this isn't as warm as it says it is. This has an R value of 4.4. There's a, I don't know if it's a new standard or if it's just something they've started testing them by, but it's actually a lower value. And then I just kind of shove these books in here. My ground sheet. In this pouch, I had Angel and the straps for my sleeping bag. On this side, I have my tent stakes, my water filter, a water bag. And obviously on the front I have my 1 liter water bottle and my Garmin InReach Mini. On this side I had my headlamp. Oh, damp in there. And then this side I had my little wallet. I had a bag for my camera which I ended up not using. And that is everything. I'm gonna try and shove my sleeping bag in here and see if that gives me a little more room. I don't remember how much this compresses. It's probably like 10-ish liters. Last time I put it in, it felt like it was busting at the seams, but also I would like to have more room in my pack. So shockingly, still did not fit in here. This is 10 liters. This is a 20-liter compression sack from REI. It does fit in here, but it's got a lot of dangly bits on it. So I don't really like that. I'm gonna put this at the bottom because it's one of the last things I'll use after I get to camp. And I can put things in around it. Possibly. Or I might just stick it in the entire bag. And I'm going to take this out of here. And hope I can squish it in next to this. Take my pillow out of its bag and squish that down in there. I'm going to take my sleeping bag liner and do the same thing. Possibly. It would probably also be a good idea to just keep the sleeping bag liner in the sleeping bag so I wouldn't have to separate it. And this is a head net. Realistically, this could be used to hold other things. The whole trail isn't buggy all of the way, but it's also kind of a lightweight material, so I don't know how well it would hold up. And this might be something that, depending on the day, I would want it easier or harder to reach. take my books, put them down in here. Next I'm gonna take my food bag. I don't have any bear line yet, so can't practice throwing that up just yet, but hopefully soon. Somewhere around here I have an electronics bag. Oh, here it is. So, now here I have my electronics bag in one of the dry sacks. I've taken a few things out of here because I had to charge my camera and change the battery, but I would probably take my battery out and put it somewhere easily accessible and then put the rest of this somewhere inside. After I've done that, I'm going to twist the trash compactor, kind of shove it down. Still has my food bag really high. My food bag appears to still be at the same height. So I think I need a new way to put my sleeping bag in here. But just for practice. And then I forgot my spoon and my spoon should probably be in the food bag. I think that's everything that would have to go in there. Let's seal it up. Then I'm going to take my sit pad and just slap it up here. And then put my headlamp and my wallet. I don't know what I'm going to do with my wallet, but I'm going to put them in here for the moment. I want my medical kit to be easily accessible. Put that somewhere on the outside. Tent on the outside. And my stakes. Oh. And my polycrow. Probably need to fold this a little better. And then roll this up. This. Get one of the side pouches. The Ranger's still drying, but I probably should have that in one of these pouches too. And my bathroom kit. I feel like I'm gonna have to do a lot of replacing or just like getting rid of stuff in general, because this doesn't seem to fit in here very well right now, with me packing it at least. This is still wet, but I'm gonna put it on. Actually, what's this? Does that look like it's fitting right? Because it looks kind of funky to me. But obviously, it's more rolled down than it was before, so I'm on the right track for getting this figured out, but yeah, because I don't think it's evident at all in the video, but the food bag has a bunch of stuff in it, so when I slipped backwards, I tried to go forwards, but then the weight of the food bag came forward, and I just completely lost control because I was standing in a pit of mud. But I am learning. I am almost ready. I have my flight booked. I have the Airbnb booked because we're staying in Atlanta a little before. Now I just need to get all the other stuff in between. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.